I'm joined by my co-host, Harold. Harold, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want to welcome to you. It's been exciting to wait. We've been waiting a while, but I want to welcome to you from Nashville, Tennessee, country music singer Amanda Joe.
Hello, how is everybody?
Hey,
Hello,
we're
how are
doing
you?
good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. How's your cold doing?
I've been fighting off this cold for about a week now, and finally went into the doctor yesterday. But that's no fun when you're a singer and you're fighting off a cold.
No.
No, not at all. What was it that inspired you to be a singer, Amanda?
I kind of just been doing it my whole life. My mom tells stories about when I was a little kid and I'd be 2 years old and standing on the picnic table singing for everybody in the family and entertaining everybody. And I guess it's just been in my blood. It's just always something that I just love doing.
That's wonderful.
Hello, I'm Harold. I'm his co-host. I want to know what was your musical influences? Like Johnny Cash or Bobby Bear or different?
Actually, when I was younger, I didn't grow up with country music. My family listened to a lot of like Motown, 50s, 60s stuff. My dad liked the Eagles and things like that. So I kind of grew up with that stuff. And as I got a little bit older, I got influenced by some friends that were into country music and started listening to them. But I remember some of my first idols as a little kid was Mariah Carey, Amy Grant. I listened to them quite a bit when I was pretty young.
How was it for you at the age of 11 when you had a rare opportunity to sing with the Minnesota Opera Company in the popular opera La Boheme?
It was amazing. At that time in my life, I was. This was before I really fell in love with country music, and I began to sing classical music, and had this opportunity to be a part of such a major production. And that was my dream at the time, was to be an opera singer one day full time. So to get to see how it comes together and be a part of a major production like that at such a young age, it felt like a dream. I actually can't believe that. Looking back on it, it's funny to think about that actually happened. It still feels like a dream that I got to do such a cool thing.
Wow, that's amazing.
Speaking of musicals and stuff like that, there's musical theaters like where I go to, like in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and all that. Would that be something you were interested in, like a play or plays, and musical type entertainment?
When I was a little kid, the very first thing I ever really wanted to do in music was be in musical theater and be on Broadway and things like that. And then I learned really, really quickly that I'm a terrible dancer. And so musical theater was kind of out for me. I just never quite got the whole dancing aspect of musical theater. But I still really do enjoy watching it and going to plays and things like that. I really enjoy the people that can do all that, because I think I picked country music because I have absolutely no dancing ability in me.
That pretty much sounds like me when it comes to dancing. I'm not a very good dancer myself, so
I think the Macarena is about as difficult as I can do. That's about it.
How was it for you performing at the local theater? I know that you were in such roles as Sleeping Beauty. How was that?
That was a lot of fun for me, and it definitely gave me experience on stage, and more than just music, because I've been doing music since I was 5, singing and doing stuff, but being able to put myself into a role, into a character, it gave me a different understanding of not just standing on stage and singing a song, but how to put myself into a character, and so it was a really, really good experience for me, and learning how to improv on the spot and kind of just being ready for anything that might come at you. So it was a lot of fun, and I was really lucky as a kid to get to do some of the stuff I got to do.
So I guess it kind of helped you prepare for different things, no matter what you were doing, whether it be acting, singing, reading, or whatever. I mean, I guess it helped you learn the basis of what the actors and actresses go through, or anybody else in that aspect of life.
Absolutely, and kind of what looks good on stage, what works in front of an audience, and what turns a crowd on, those kind of things. Those are all skills that I got to learn as a kid, and through music and through theater. So it was a really good experience.
What does your family and friends think of your musical career?
Well, it's funny. I've been doing music my whole life, and I had the most supportive parents in the world. They were stern and made me be disciplined, and told me that if I wanted to do this, then I had to practice for an hour every day and put in the work. But as long as I put in the work and that I really wanted to do it, they took me to every audition, every performance I ever wanted to do. As I got a little bit older, my mom begged me to be normal. She said, please take a different job. Please pick something like a normal person would do. And I tried for, but it's just, this has been in my blood, and it's been in my DNA since I was little. So, my mom, bless her heart, she knew that I gave it my best, and she said, you've got to go for what you believe in. So what you want to do and what you dream about. So, I'm really lucky to have her behind me and my family behind me, and have some really close friends that support me too. And I've been in Nashville now for a couple of years, but I've got some really good friends back on the West Coast, and I keep in contact with them quite a bit because they're not in music, and it's nice to have some people not in the business help me keep grounded and keep me normal.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you wanna call in, any fans out there of Amanda Joe that want to call in, if you have a question, call in at 773-897-6289 and press 1 to be in the hostess queue, and we will take your call. And we have one caller right now we're going to take, 678. You're on the air with Amanda Joe. You're on the air with Amanda Joe. Okay, they hung up. Sorry about that. But without hope they'll call back. Without further ado, though, we're going to go ahead and play your song that you wrote, Last Ride. Before we play this, though, can you tell us? Well, actually, when we get through playing the song, we'll let you tell us about how the song Let's Ride. I don't know why I said Last Ride. I meant Let's Ride. We'll let you tell us about how the song Let's Ride came about and everything. So
sounds like that. Sounds great.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and play that song for everybody right now. This is Amanda Joe singing her original Let's Ride.
Yeah, there's a highway waiting on a starless sky. I've got a shotgun for you, boy. Let's ride. I've been watching that sun fade away all day, and you got a little shine sitting on a Chevrolet. Boy, you gotta hear this. I can't take this.
I must say that was awesome. You have an extraordinary voice, Amanda Joe.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. So how did the song "Let's Ride" come about?
We were. I was working on the album that I put out called Worth of Memory, and we'd been writing songs. I'd been writing songs with some co-writers and friends of mine, and we had written quite a few serious and impactful type songs, which are my favorite types of songs to write. And I think "Let's Ride" actually was the last song we wrote for. Actually, it was the second to last song we wrote for the album, and I said, let's write something fun. And so we started talking about stuff, and I love to go on a car ride, but I'm not a big. I'd rather sit in the passenger seat and just ride along. I'd rather have somebody else drive, and I'll work the radio. And like, hey, let's write that. So we wrote "Let's Ride." I was really proud of how that one came out.
That's awesome. You still there, Harold?
Yes.
Okay.
I just was listening. Yeah, that was a beautiful song. You say you write your own songs, and you work with some other people, I guess, writing your own songs.
Yes.
I heard that sometimes that songwriters or musicians will like sleep when they go to sleep. Will keep a notebook or something by their bed, and maybe during the night come up with something like in a dream or something like that. Has that ever happened to you?
It hasn't happened to me often, but it's happened to me a couple of times. And every time I didn't write it down, I forgot it. So I've learned to. I usually have my phone by me, so I have a little like a little note on my phone where I keep song ideas and all type of stuff. Sometimes I'll look back when I wake up and I think, man, I thought that was a good idea when I dreamed it, but now that I am awake, it wasn't a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
We have another caller on hold. We're going to bring him on right now. 352. You're on the air with Amanda Joe. 352.
Hey, Harold and Brian. This is Mike.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing? That's
Hi,
a
Mike.
friend of mine.
Good. How y'all doing? I just want to say, Amanda, you got an amazing voice.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
So you're located in what, Nashville? Is that what I was reading?
Yep, I live in Nashville.
Oh, wow.
And I love it out here.
So how long have you been singing?
Pretty much my whole life. I started playing on stages when I was about 5 years old, and been doing it ever since.
Oh, wow, that's good. Yeah, Harold is a really good friend of mine. I live in Florida.
Oh, nice. I bet you have some beautiful weather out there.
Oh yeah, it's hot though, but other than that, I mean, it's a beautiful place to live.
That's awesome.
But I was just listening online, so I just wanted to, say that you got an amazing voice, and keep going further. I have a friend of mine who, I don't know if you're familiar with Easton Corbin.
Oh yes, I love Easton Corbin.
Yeah, he's actually a friend of the family. So when he comes to town every once in a while, we see him. But that's how he started, was just like you. I mean, he went to, Nashville and just started playing in, all these bars and stuff. And now look at him now. So I mean, don't let anybody stop you from what you want to do.
Well, thank you. I've tried to do other things, and I found that this is something that I love so much that I have to do it. So I gotta just keep going.
Exactly. But all right, y'all. I just wanted to, just to let you know that your voice is amazing, and don't let anybody stop you. And Harold and Brian, you have an amazing show.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Calling in, Mike.
Well, thank you for calling in.
All right, no problem. All right.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
Bye-bye. You too. God bless. I know you perform all over Nashville, Tennessee. Are there any other states that you perform in?
I've done some short-term touring, and I'm getting ready to go back out on the road this summer. Heading to Utah, and so I'll be playing all the way from Nashville to Utah and back. And definitely looking to get on the road some more. So trying to book some more shows and festivals outside of Nashville as well.
Wow.
Maybe you can make your way down here to Atlanta, where we're at, and see us.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Mm-hmm.
What instruments do you play? Do you just play the guitar, or do you play more instruments?
I play the guitar, and I play a little bit of piano, and I always joke that I'm a master kazoo player, but that's always just in fun.
Okay. And what about band members? How did you put I guess you have a band, right? I would assume you do.
I do. I do have a band that I work with.
How do you put them together, or is there a story there?
Yes, a good friend of mine, his name's Billy. He plays guitar with me, and I met him when I first moved to Nashville, and we started writing songs together. And so he plays guitar and also sings in the band. And then a good friend of his named Todd is my drummer, and so I met Todd through Billy. And then and then Todd played with a guy named Charlie, who plays bass. So that's how we put the band together, just kind of all fell into place. And it's kind of funny. I've got this band of these three guys that are all great cooks, and I'm the only girl in the band, and I'm a terrible cook. I don't know how that happened. But it works out good in my favor. They all cook for me.
Have you ever had any weird fan encounters?
I've definitely had some interesting comments said to me, and I think the funniest one, the one that was, I've learned how to respond to people pretty quickly, but this one kind of took me a second. He said, "Man, I really love your music," and I said, "Thank you." And he said, "Well, your eyes look like somebody that I know." I said, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Are you thinking about it?" He's like, "Who is it?" He goes, "Oh, I know. Your eyes look like the Bride of Chucky." I thought,
"Oh,
my goodness."
Yeah.
Wow.
So what do you say to that? And I said, "Well,
that's
I'm
crazy.
going to be honest with you. I'm not sure how to take that exactly." He said, "Well, he's like, it's a compliment. Trust me." And I said, "Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate it, I think."
Yeah.
So that one was definitely interesting. I don't know how you're supposed to respond to that, actually.
No, that's an odd one. Yeah, to say the least.
But yeah, I've had people try to get up on stage and things like that, but thankfully I always have people around me to make sure that doesn't happen.
I heard that you are involved now with an anti-bullying organization. Can you tell us something about that?
Sure. I have a friend and a fan of mine. Her name is Jasmine, and it's her organization. And so, in support of her, I've been supporting her anti-bullying campaign. She went through quite a bit of bullying herself, and through school, and now that she's out of school, she's trying to make it better for kids and stuff like that. So she's been an incredible supporter of mine. So I've been helping support her and her fight to help end some of that stuff.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we have a fan that's actually listening live at Jasmine Marie 18 on Twitter, and she said that she said to tell you that she was super excited, and it meant so much to her when you made that sign for the anti-bullying campaign that said "Friends don't let friends bully."
Oh, well, I'm glad. She's been so incredible and so supportive, and I'm so appreciative of her. So anything I can do to help her and her cause, I'm all for it.
That's awesome. I wanted to ask you, what is it like for you having type 1 diabetes and singing? Does that interfere with does that ever interfere with your singing, or is there certain regimen you have to be on, or diet and stuff? Because my dad, he has type 2 diabetes, so I was just wondering about that.
Yeah, type 1 diabetes is always a challenge in anybody's life that has to deal with it. Just with up and down blood sugars, and then if you put performing on top of it, it adds an interesting mixture to it. Usually, getting on stage causes me to have quite a bit of adrenaline, which makes my blood sugar go up. And so I have to watch and make sure it doesn't go up too high. But at the same point, I also have to make sure that it doesn't drop afterwards. So I usually I'm the person with the big bag of snacks carrying around with me all the time, always eating something. But for the most part, I've determined that it wasn't going to stop me from doing what I love to do, and as long as I just am kind of vigilant and watching it and make sure that everything's good, and everybody that I play with and the places I play know that if I have to take a quick break to have something with sugar in it, they know why. And but for the most part, it becomes a non-issue. I just have to. I'm pretty careful about watching it and making sure that it behaves itself as much as possible, and just I hope that it proves to other people with 1 diabetes that you can do whatever you want to do with it, and you can live a full and happy life and follow your dreams.
Well, that's good that you have people that that when you perform, they know what's going on, and they're alert about that,
Oh yeah, and always got some sort of sugar stashed somewhere, and have it readily available. And a lot of times, if I'm playing at a venue where they've got juice or sodas and stuff like that, they know that if I run up and say I need some juice right now, that they don't even ask questions. They just hand me some juice, and all's well, and we get back to playing some music.
That's great. Do you have any shirts or like merchandise or anything you sell? I mean, I know you have a CD and everything, but I mean, do you have any merchandise, shirts or anything?
You know what? I haven't sold any shirts as of yet, but I do have some Amanda Joe wrist bracelets and Amanda Joe picks and necklaces and stuff like that. So I have a few things. Some Amanda Joe sunglasses.
Oh, that's awesome.
And,
I know you are.
Oh,
sorry. Okay. Other than the anti-bullying campaign, are there any other charitable causes or anything that you would like to speak about?
But I'm a big supporter of JDRF and their fight with diabetes, and I'm also a big advocate for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I lost my dad to a drunk driver. He was heading home from work one day and was hit by a drunk driver that took his life, and so that's actually what my song Worth in Memory is about, and that's the title track to my CD. And I promised my dad and myself that after that happened that I would tell his story, and hopefully, if it just touched one life, then it would, not that it could ever bring my dad back, but if there could be any good that came out of a terrible situation, I was going to find it.
We have let's see, we have another caller. Let's see, we have another caller on the dashboard. Let's see, 678. You're on the air. 678. You're on the air. 678. Okay, they hung up. I don't guess they want to ask a question. Let me see.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a nice person.
I think, but yeah. To respond to your answer though about that. I think that's very very sad. About your dad and everything. What happened. And my heart goes out to you, and our hearts go out to you, and actually when my aunt was 30 years old, my mom's sister, she was killed by a drunk driver as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was riding. I won't go into too many details, but she was riding with her husband, and they ran into a drunk driver, and she was killed as well, and it was just real sad at such a young age.
Yeah.
But
absolutely. Yeah, accidents happen, but some accidents can be prevented, and it's always hard to lose someone.
Yeah, it is. It's just something that you never get over with, but you just try to do the best you can. I think I was only a year old whenever my aunt was killed, so I never did get to meet her or anything. And
Yeah.
my co-host, I see him on the switchboard. Something must happen with his phone. Let me bring him back. You there, Harold? Hello, Harold? Harold? Okay, let me see if this brings him back. Hello, Harold?
Hello? Yeah.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
There he
Yeah,
is.
I'm sorry. I hit a button by accident and I hung up, and I was like, oh boy.
I've done that before.
I thought you were calling from two different locations because you're on the switchboard twice. So
No, okay.
I don't
Well,
know
I
how
apologize.
that happened.
I don't know either. I apologize. I wanted to ask Amanda Jo if if she plans on doing like any Christian or Christmas music. I think you have a beautiful voice, and would that be something you might be interested in recording?
In Christmas music or Christian
Yeah, or
music?
Christian music.
I actually got I don't want to say I got my start in Christian music, but I did do some Christian music for a couple of churches out west before I moved to the East Coast, and I really enjoyed my time doing that. I got to lead the band for a couple of churches, and it was a really cool experience. I really enjoyed doing that, and it might be something I may venture out to do again in the future. Okay. And I love Christmas music. I would listen to Christmas music all year long if the people I live with would let me. But, so I would definitely love to do some Christmas music.
Okay.
Have you ever met Carrie Underwood or Taylor Swift?
No, but if I did, I would be the happiest person. Those are two of my favorite people. Carrie Underwood is my favorite country singer. I think that she is incredibly, amazingly talented, and I literally will listen to her all day long. And Taylor Swift, she's so smart. To me, she's the smartest person in the business, and she knows what she's doing, and it shows when you look at her album sales and her ticket sales and things like that. So if there's anybody that if I could sit down with for one day and just ask any question I could ever ask, I'd ask Taylor Swift. That's who I'd pick, because I'd want to pick her brain and figure out, some of her success.
Do you find as being a female, is it harder, or you think it's any being a female in the country music business or in the music business, or as being maybe as males?
It's funny because country music has kind of tossed and turned in that regard. There's been periods of time where there was more females in the business than males, and then there were times where there was more male than female, and right now we're kind of in a time where there's quite a bit more male singers out on the radio, and I've actually had meetings with people telling me, that it's a little bit harder right now as a female, but I do think that, things are going to shift and go back to some more female artists. So I think it's just a hard business to be in general, and it's about meeting the right people at the right time and having them fall in love with your music, and whether you're a male or female, hopefully that happens for you. But I feel like I'm really, really proud of the music that I've been a part of writing, and I feel like I have a story to tell. So no matter how big of a stage I get to tell it on, I feel very blessed to get to do it and get to do what I love to do. So I try to keep that attitude and not let the rest of it get to me, because otherwise it'll drive you crazy.
Very good attitude you have.
Well, thank you. I think you have to at some point determine why you do what you do, and because if you don't, and like I said, it'll make you crazy. But if you do it because you love it and you want to reach as many people as you can with what you have to say, then it definitely keeps you going.
Have you ever performed at the Grand Ole Opry?
No, but I would love to. That is one of my goals in life. I think I could die a happy person if I ever got to do that. Yes, that's like number one on my list, my bucket list right there. So hopefully one day soon I will get to answer yes, but not yet.
I think that's a dream come true for every singer out there that's ever lived. I mean, to be able to perform on the Grand Ole Opry. I mean, there's so many greats that come through the Grand Ole Opry. I mean,
I'll tell you that if and when that day comes, I'm going to be a nervous wreck. Getting to stand on the same stage that all the greats have gotten to stand on before. That's such an honor, and I hope I get to do that one day.
Right now we're going to play. Once you ask one more question here, we're going to play the song Polaroid for everybody to hear that Amanda Joe originally wrote.
Sounds good.
Okay, go ahead, Harold.
I thought you were going to play now. I apologize.
Yeah, go ahead and ask a question, and then we're going to play the song.
Okay. When you do your songs, do you have I'm always like my wife has wrote some poems and stuff like that, and I'm worried about like them being copyrighted, about somebody taking them and saying they're theirs. Do you have like a legal team, or how do you you do something like that so you don't come across that?
It's funny that you asked that question. I send them to the Copyright Office in the United States after they've been written, and I also register them with. I'm a member of BMI, which is a performing arts organization, that covers songwriters. But actually, I recently discovered that I had 4 of my songs that I put out quite a few years ago that were stolen from another individual in Canada, and she had been out selling and promoting them and giving radio interviews on how she wrote the songs, which were not true stories on how the songs were written. So I have a legal team that is working on that. But and the surprising thing was, not only did she steal the songs, but she stole the recordings, and she used my vocals and were saying that they were hers. So it's a pretty unique case, but it was kind of a weird situation to have happen. But I guess they say that that it's the highest form of flattery, so I guess I'm flattered in a way that someone would want to steal my material, but
still it's yours.
It's mine, and as long as the songs and the poems and things like that are copywritten with the U.S. government, then they're protected under law. So, and I also copyright my my actual recordings as well. So those are also copywritten. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of a unique situation to have happened.
Well, we hope you get that straightened out and you get back what's yours legally and rightfully.
Yes, and she's been contacted and she's taken the things down. So that's the main thing, is that she's not continuing to use my songs and my vocals as under her own name.
Right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Polaroid, written by Amanda Joe.
I don't know how long Mama had it, but hidden somewhere in the attic, a shoebox full of old photographs. I shuffled through them one by one, meant how we all look so young, and what I got came rushing back, and as I held the last one in my hand, it began. My brother and I were still too young to know how precious a moment was and to soak it up until we had enough. I guess that's just what a memory does. It ain't a Rembrandt, ain't Picasso, ain't Da Vinci, ain't a Van Gogh. There's no canvas, no brushstroke you could see, but it's a priceless work of art from Southern Illinois on a Polaroid. Can't stop the years as they go marching past, but when I look back, I see a Rembrandt, see Picasso, see Da Vinci, and a Van Gogh on a canvas that may not make history, but it's a priceless work of art from Southern Illinois
Come in.
on a Polaroid. So thank God for Polaroid.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Polaroid by Amanda Joe. That I tell you, Amanda, all your songs and all your music is just inspiring. And can you tell the audience, because we've got about 3 more minutes left before we end the show, can you tell the audience how the song Polaroid came about?
Sure. We were sitting around and talking about what we were going to write, and we were talking about life and the meaning of life and all those things that you talk about when you don't know what you're going to write about exactly. And I started talking about this picture that my family has that was the last picture that we took together before my dad passed away. And we had gone out to celebrate. My brother and I, we had the same birthday. We're 3 years apart, but we had the same birthday. And we had gone out. I know. It was crazy timing on my parents' part there. We had gone out to celebrate, and I had gotten a digital camera for my birthday, and I'm the only one in my family that likes to be in front of people or have my picture taken or be on stage. Everyone else is not a fan of that, and so I'd gotten this camera. I was taking pictures the whole time, driving everybody crazy, and they kept telling me, "Amanda, would you put that away?" And the more I did that, the more they did that, the more I took pictures. And the waitress came, and she brought us a birthday cake, and she said, "Oh, let me get a picture with you guys together." And so we got this picture, and we didn't realize it was going to be the last picture that we got together as a family. And so that picture is really, really important to us as a family. And so we started talking about that picture, and that led to discussions about other pictures, you know, that mean a lot to us. And so we wrote the song Polaroid from that.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That is, you know, that's incredible. And, you know, I got to tell you, when you were telling that story about making pictures, that reminded me of somebody else I know, which is myself. You can ask my co-host. I love making pictures, and I can make pictures till I drive people crazy, and they say, "Stop making my pictures, stop," you know. And so, but
I'm that way too.
Yeah, and you know, I'll tell you though, sometimes when you make pictures, you know, when you look back, you think, well, I'm glad I had that picture because that was the only picture I had of that person, you know. So
absolutely.
I mean, So.
Yep, and you know, you look back in the memory of that moment, stays with you, and the feelings, and everything that you experience sometimes, and so you never know how important that picture might be later on in your life.
Is there any upcoming appearances that you would like to promote, Amanda?
Yes, I'll be at Scully's Saloon in Old Hickory tomorrow night at 8:30. That's my next performance, and everything else you can find out online through my Twitter or my Facebook or my Reverb Nation. They're all the same username. It's Amanda Joe, J-O Country, and you can find me there. So all my performances are put out online, so you can come find me and come say hi.
Okay.
Can we buy any CDs from you there?
I do have CDs. They're available on iTunes and Amazon and Google Play, all online. The CD is called Worth of Memory. And if you want the actual physical copy of the CD, I can get you that as well through PayPal. So just send me a message somehow on Facebook or Twitter with your email address, and I can get that going for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Yeah, thank you so much for being on, Amanda Joe, and we wish you the best in your future, and we hope to have you on again sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a blast.
Appreciate it.
You're very welcome, and we hope
God bless.
we hope you have a good day, and we hope you have a good rest of the week.
Thank you so much. You too. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
God bless. Bye-bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was country music singer Amanda Joe, and tune in to